Hey, and welcome to the Wine Vita wine review. Today we are in South Africa and we're going to be checking out this Southern Rite Sauvignon Blanc from Walker Bay. Walker Bay itself is a little bit closer to the coast than places like Stellenbosch, which many people probably heard of, and it's a little bit cooler there, which allows a Sauvignon Blanc grape to retain a good level of acidity, which is something that you want in the wines. What's interesting about South African Sauvignon Blanc in general is that it's kind of a halfway house between the two most distinctive styles of Sauvignon Blanc in the world. On the one hand, you've got the Sauvignon Blancs of the Loire Valley in France. These tend to be quite restrained. There's grassy notes with them, there's florals, there's citrus. They are aromatic, but they're not particularly punchy when you smell them. On the other side of the spectrum, we have the wines of New Zealand, specifically from Marlborough really, and again that's probably a style of Sauvignon Blanc that a lot of people are familiar with. These wines tend to be very, very punchy on the nose, lots of passion fruit, lots of grapefruit. They're really, really aromatic wines. And the wines of South Africa really balance those two styles and kind of blend them together into something that kind of meets in the middle. And that's why I really like the Sauvignon Blancs in South Africa. They're also extremely good value by comparison to wines of a similar quality level in New Zealand and in France. This wine was only 79 dirhams from the sellers in the green community. Again, obviously it'll be a little bit more if you're going to buy it directly from an African and Eastern. But I think as an example of a Sauvignon Blanc, it's excellent and I think it's very well priced. The wine itself, on the nose, yeah, it's distinctively Sauvignon Blanc. It has a little bit of grass, it has some green bell peppers, it's floral, it has apricot and peach, and there's some unripe passion fruit creeping in on the nose of this wine. But it's very well rounded. Personally, for me, I find Marlborough Sauvignon Blancs to be a little bit too powerful on the aromatics. The South African style is slightly more restrained than the New Zealand style, and it's something that I really like in the wines. On the palate, the acidity is really nicely high and refreshing. Really gives a zing on the palate. There's that apricot, that peach, that herbaceousness that comes through, but it doesn't leave a bitter aftertaste when you swallow the wine, which sometimes happen with some of the French Sauvignon Blancs, where there's a lot of that green bell pepper and grass characteristics. It can taste slightly bitter on the aftertaste. This isn't. This has got a nice fruity aftertaste to it. Sauvignon Blanc's good to drink pretty young. This is a 2019 vintage, but anything within 3 years should be fine. Should still be quite fresh. The one thing here I've noticed is the wine's quite high alcohol. I think it's around 13.5% alcohol, which is quite high for a Sauvignon Blanc, but it doesn't overpower the fruit in any way on the wine. So again, I think next time you're shopping and you're looking for a Sauvignon Blanc, this is an excellent choice at really good value. As I said, 79 dirhams. The Southern Rite Sauvignon Blanc, Walker Bay from South Africa.